In this video, we're talking about taxes. Ho, ho, ho! And one of the most powerful tools I've come across since I've started mining and trading cryptocurrencies as well as precious metals. We're going to be talking all about that coming up.
That's good.
Hey there everybody, Derek with the Hydro Economist, where we like to grow our prosperity, wealth, and freedom. And again, today we're kind of talking about taxes, but more importantly, we're talking about one of the tools that I found a few years ago that has really gone a long way and helped me out when it comes to claiming any kind of capital gains or losses that I may have incurred that year. But before I go any further, I'd like to thank today's sponsor of that tool, Coin Tracking. Yes, that is what we are talking about today, and yes, they paid me to let you guys know about this service, but they also wanted users or potential new users to know about some updates and new features that they're offering on the platform. This tool is not just for cryptocurrency users, it is also a powerful tool for those of us in the precious metal stacking community and can really help and go a long way. And I'll show you that in a minute. But let's get to the updates and features. And if you're new here and you like seeing videos like this, please subscribe down below and hit that notification icon. So before I go into the new upgrades and features, I wanted to tell you why I personally like using this. I've been using it since 2017, and it has been a great way for keeping track of all the mining that I've done, the trading that I've done. And for those of you in the precious metals community, this can also be extremely useful to you because it can keep track of your weights and your prices you've paid for those weights in troy ounces. And that's not just limited to gold and silver. If you're into platinum, palladium, and even rhodium, if that's your flavor, you can track that too. So again, this is not exclusive for cryptocurrency users, believe it or not. I just happened to stumble upon that when I was playing with it after, a couple of months having it. Now, but this isn't necessarily tax and trading advice. This is just how I keep track of everything. Everybody has their different measures, but you don't want to be like that kid that you heard about who owed like $800,000 to the IRS for his capital gains in 2017 from cryptocurrency. You don't want to be that guy. So that's another reason why I very much would recommend anybody to use this service. So if you want to check it out, the link is in my description below. If you hit that link, you get 200 trades, your first 200 trades, totally free. And if you do decide you want to keep it past 200 trades, you want to upgrade your service, if you use my link, you're going to get a 10% discount off of that.
It's Crypto Kid here again, shilling those referral links out in crypto land.
I like this service because for me, it's a good way to just look at my general portfolio. Just take a little gander of what's going on here. I got the 24-hour trends on the side, just in case there's something that drastically requires my attention. Doesn't seem like anything's really catching my eye other than like a couple of pumps here and there and some S coins. Otherwise, it's a real great place for me to just check it out really quick, skim what my holdings are like, what my bags look like. Not that I'm saying it totally replaces CoinMarketCap when it comes to researching, digging deeper on your coins. I think CoinMarketCap is a fantastic place for that. But if you just so you're not consuming your time looking up every single one of your coins on CoinMarketCap, you can just look here really quick and then, you're done. Let's get to their new upgrades and features that they wanted me to tell you about. First off is here, let's go to reporting and we go to our missing transactions. It's a new filter that helps you determine your withdrawal deposit reconciliation. So if you have some transactions that don't exactly match up, this is going to be a good way of finding stuff that you may have overlooked, like a gift that you have received from somebody, or mining rewards, or even services rendered for crypto. You would go to reporting, missing transactions, and it'll look like that. If you want to know how this page really works, you can check out this frequently asked questions. It tells you some of the quick things you need to know. Next up is the duplicate transaction checker. So you click that. If you accidentally imported two of the same CSV file and it notices these discrepancies, like the same dates and entries, you'll be able to figure that out. But I'm pretty on top of my stuff, so I don't have any duplicate transactions. And I don't know if people totally know or fully appreciate this. It has imports for your exchange and your wallets that you can use API access with. So if you do a lot of stuff on Binance, like a lot of stuff, maybe the API import is going to be better suited for you. Personally, I like to manually import everything because even though I do a bit of mining and trading here and there, not enough to where I'm totally overwhelmed that I can't put it in manually myself. That's on you. You could go to Binance, Bittrex, even Coinbase and Coinbase Pro, and some of the other well-known exchanges. So that's really easy for people, especially again if you're doing a lot. And they're always staying on top of the updates, so when these websites like Coinbase, Coinbase Pro, they're updating things, it just doesn't become a dead pathway. Coin tracking does a pretty good job at staying on top of those updates, so you know you're never losing track of anything. Next up, for those of us in the United States, this will be a pretty dang good useful tool right here, is your tax report for Bitcoin's digital currencies. And like I said, this can also include your commodities like precious metals. So again, if you're a stacker and you stack a lot, this could be extremely useful to you. I can't stress that enough. Here is like my recent report, so let's load that really quick and show you the options here that you can use. You can copy the table, put it in an Excel file, print it. You could get a PDF download, a CSV download, Excel, if that's your flavor. You can also, the new thing right here is the form 8949. You can print it out or save it as a PDF. Basically, they simplified this so that instead of having to submit multiple 8949s, you know, now you can group together those transactions by coin and use it as attachments to generate your 8949. And that's what I did this year. It was fantastic. I have a tax professional that I reference to, so he kind of held my hand through some of this. He said I needed this and that, and coin tracking allows me to do that now. So fantastic. And well, because 2018 wasn't all that great, some of us had to sell some bags for a lot less value than what they were worth. So again, if 2018 wasn't that kind to you, you had to sell some bags. Well, you know, to take just a little bit of that sting out, you can deduct up to $3,000 from your taxes. And then of course there's the tax export TurboTax, and for small businesses or larger businesses, specifically in blockchain, it has the Drake export feature, which makes it super easy for businesses of that nature to file. Now this next thing is for Canadian-based and UK-based consumers. Let's go back to the tax report here. Now when you want to generate your tax report here, you can put it in whatever year you need to do it for. We'll say 2018. Here is the methodry in which is going to, like if you're Canadian-based, here's where you need to go. Normally here in the States, you'll probably do a first in, first out method. Pretty simple. Just, you know, that's the easiest thing I could do. There's also other methods right here all the way through all this jargon I'm not going to go through. Here we go. For Canadians only, the adjusted cost base method. So whatever that method is for those of you in Canada, it can easily factor this in for you as long as your inputs are on the up and up. And then for those in the UK, this is the HMRC basis, and that's Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs. So for those of you in the UK, you have a specific way of having to report your trades and your gains and all that stuff. That's how you do that. So you'll click that. You could also put in, you know, if you got to do the short-term calculation, they have some built in like from Germany and the Netherlands, and then other basic figures, or you can put in your custom figures and then you will generate your report. Again, for me, that was huge. For me, that was huge for filing this year because you know what? I did take a capital loss and I was able to deduct some of that from my 2018 taxes. Can't win them all, but at least I can shave a little bit of that shame off, and that's okay. And then finally, they mentioned the roll forward audit report here. Here are the FAQs, what you want to know about what's the point of a roll forward. But this roll forward report, it provides a detailed asset data that you require for these financial statements, so you can review everything that you've done. You can filter it however you want. You can put it in a PDF, CSV, Excel file to review somewhere else, and it'll tell you, it'll tell you a lot of bits and pieces of what particular trades, buys, sells that have gone down. It'll even tell you your realized gains in terms of dollars, in terms of percentage. This is for probably more experienced users, but this will give you highly detailed information on what had gone down there. There is a lot of features built into this, and so I'm a firm believer you get what you pay for. If you've seen my previous video up here in the corner, you'll see I compared this service to another service last year. Cointracking blew the other company completely out of the water. Ever since I found the ease of use of this, just again the features and benefits that they have built into this. It's not just a simple entry list. It's user friendly, it's easy on the eye, it's well thought out. There's so many different ways to look at this. You could look at your trade statistics, tells you, kind of generally everything that's going on, however you want to look at it, in line, pie charts, trade list, it breaks down everything that you've done. And even like I said before, I didn't even realize that you can track precious metals on this thing. So again, for you precious metals users, whether you like crypto or not, this service can be extremely useful to you. Do not overlook it, especially if you are very big into stacking. You've been stacking for a long time. That old spreadsheet just ain't working for you anymore and you're just losing track. Trust me, this is fantastic for precious metal stackers. I cannot stress that enough. Do me a favor, if you think this service is for you, you can click my link down below, and your first 200 trades or inputs are totally free. So if you don't do a lot of trading, you could use this service for free for a little while. So not a bad deal. But if you know you're doing a lot of mining, a lot of trading, or a lot of precious metal stacking, and you need to purchase something that can help you in the long run, and when it comes to keeping track of all your trades, keeping track of your prices, and then when it comes time to reporting, if you lost anything or you gained anything, you're on top of it all. And if you do end up purchasing by using my link, you get an instant 10% discount off of the service. And I get a little bit of them schmeckles too, so I would really appreciate that. Back to you, Standing Derek. Thanks, Sitting Down Derek. Well, there it was, everybody. Some upgrades and new features that Cointracking wanted me to tell you about. Big thanks to Cointracking for sponsoring today's video. I do appreciate it. And I'd also appreciate it if any of you would go down below and hit those links. Everything that you use really goes to help support this channel. Don't forget, we only have 1 week left of the subscriber appreciation, where I'm celebrating hitting over 3,000 subscribers, and one of you can win a PCGS MS69 2017 Silver Panda. If you like watching coin roll hunting, visit me every Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Central Time. We play games in the chat, we have giveaways, and frankly, it's a fun time. If you're new here and you like seeing videos like this, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification icon when I post new content. That's going to do it for today. Keep growing your prosperity, wealth, and freedom, and we'll see you next time. Okay, transforming back to Sitting Derek.